Hello there, Cancer, and welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by and spending some time here with me. If you like what you see, please click on the thumbs up, leave a comment, and hit the subscribe button and make sure notifications are turned on. Alright, so for today's reading, this is about messages from either an ancestor or a departed loved one that you were close to in this lifetime. I will attempt to get a basic description of this person by picking an archetype card from this deck and speaking about the characteristics that you can either relate to, having to do with this departed loved one, or it'll just be a general representation of an ancestor that's come through that has something to say to you. All right, Spirit, please bring forth an ancestor or departed loved one for Cancer who wants to speak about something important, something urgent, or just has something that needs to be said. All right, we have Child Eternal. The light attributes of this are determination to remain young in the body, mind, and spirit, ability to see things with fresh eyes. Shadow attributes: inability to grow up and be responsible, extreme dependency on others for physical security. Okay, so this particular ancestor or departed loved one had issues with being dependent on others. I get a sense of not understanding codependency or not realizing that's what's happening. This to me feels like somebody from a long time ago. So this feels feminine to me, and it feels like back in the, let's say, 40s, 50s, right? Where women stayed at home and were taken care of by the man. So that's where this extreme dependency on others for security, I think that this person struggled with this in their lifetime. I think that also that they had a very warm spirit, very childlike spirit, and they wanted to remain young. And there's something about that as well as far for you to learn, to know that this particular ancestor is coming through. This could be a departed loved one too, to help you come into more balance about a balance between independence and dependency. Okay, in a relationship you do need to keep some independence, right? But there's also it's not codependent, it's interdependent, where two individuals come together and help each other out but aren't exclusively reliable on the other for some other need. Okay, let's get some more information. What subject or what theme or what is the situation you want to talk about? Great ancestor or departed loved one for Cancer. What do you want to talk about? We have Knight. Be brave and honest. And Druid. Hold the space. Okay. Okay, so I would like to say that I think what your ancestor is trying to say, this is a time of reflection, going within, looking at, and being honest with yourself. Hold the space where you can speak to your inner child I feel like your inner child is kind of being suffocated or choked. It's almost like it's almost like there's a fear of letting the child out. There is a dependency on independence. I don't know how to explain this, but this, like I said, is feminine. This feels like a very feminine ancestor, has lots of love for you, has lots of nurturing, and wants you to take the time to go within, to speak with your child self, to learn about the younger aspect of yourself. It's almost like that was shunned or made to go away, and you're an adult now and you have some codependency issues maybe, and the way to kind of deal with some of that is to hold that space of inner knowing, of listening to the child, what the child wants, what the child needs, the inner child, and be honest about it. And it's going to take some bravery to go within and look. And I find it an interesting contradiction that the druid is an old man, but you need to go within to see the child within. So it's like it's telling me looking to your inner child brings about a wisdom of an old sage, right? An old hermit. This inner child has a lot of wisdom for you that you haven't been wanting to look at. And this ancestor or departed loved one says it's time. Stop running, and it's time to face the music, basically. So how do we do this? How does Cancer kind of meld with their inner child? How do they let their inner child come out? How do they let themselves be free in that respect, and help them to be more responsible for themselves? Let's get some clarification, ancestor, departed loved one for Cancer. All right, we have release and let go, war and battles. Okay, so yeah, I have this sense you've been fighting your own self, your own child. You've been battling for a long time, and I feel like this card has to release and let go of your beliefs or your ideas that you need to be a strong adult, and there's no room for a child within. There is definitely room. This child is dying to come out, and again, with the wisdom that's going to come from that, you can stop with the Knight, war and battles, release and let go. Like, these cards are working very well together. I wish I had better words to explain how this all interplays together, because on one hand, if you're denying the child within, then you're probably a very responsible adult or there's a perception that you are very independent, but there's something about a dependency on others. Maybe this just has to do with being loneliness. But there's a confusion because you don't want to depend on others, but you need to have a dependency or a need for companionship. But you're childlike in how to go about that part, because maybe you haven't had any real close, healthy, bonding relationships that withstand conflict and trials of, faith in who you are, who they are in the relationship. Maybe you're kind of a cut and run, things aren't going, okay, see ya, I'm out. And there's a dependency on that. Like, there's a fear of being dependent. Anyway, these ideas and things that are going through your head, or these beliefs about how things should be, those are the things that need to be let go. Hold the space for your child. Be brave and honest about what your child wants, needs, and desires, and stop fighting these aspects of yourself. Stop fighting the child. This child needs to be heard. There's something about going within and listening to this inner child and nurturing and taking care of those needs and desires. And this ancestor is right there helping you out, trying to show you a way to see these things. I almost feel like there's trouble even seeing these things. So like maybe what I'm telling you is like news, or maybe it doesn't make sense to you, but this is something that that feels important and urgent. All right, let's get some more information. Let's find out about the obstacles or the hidden influences that's happening. So this particular reading doesn't feel circumstantial or a situation. This feels like it has to do with you, your whole life, your inner child, your aspirations, your approaches to life, your perceptions on things. This is all a questioning or a trying to refocus on good and healthy perspective and attitudes. All right. All right, Ancestor, tell me more about any hidden influences or things that Cancer may not want to see or isn't refusing to acknowledge. We have the Chariot, Ace of Wands, the Eight of Swords, Justice, and the Queen of Cups. Okay. Be a parent to your own self. Maybe there was a lacking of parenthood in your life. But I do believe that your own beliefs are what is kind of binding you up or blinding you from the truth. There is a sense of, well, if you decide to go within to listen, to be honest with yourself, there's a sense that you're going to want to just plow through it really fast. And that could be not so successful, because you might go instead of being honest and looking at the things that you don't want to look at, you could kind of just go right by some of the things, and you'll take the positive aspects with you and then maybe not necessarily look at the war and the battles or the things that are heavier and harder to look at and deal with. So just be aware that you have a tendency to want to just kind of go through without, because this is the Chariot, so it's being taken through like a crowd of people, right? And you're being seen, so you have issues around you that need to be looked at, but it's going to be easier to just kind of like go through it real quick and be like, yep, okay, and then feel or get a sense that think that, okay, I've done the work, I'm good now. And that's not necessarily the best way to go. I don't know that allows you to internal, or at least look at, really, process, release, and let go of what isn't serving you or what isn't helping you now. So there is a new beginning coming, and it could be with looking at the child within, with actually taking the time to be brave, look at yourself, be honest, a new beginning can happen, and you can release yourself from the binds of your own belief systems, of your own limiting belief systems. There's a sense of justice that comes from this, but this card also makes me think that you yourself, part of your belief system, feels there is no justice. But there is. There is a karmic balance in everything, whether you're aware of it or not, whether you acknowledge it or not. But with this process of listening to your child, giving your child what their wants and desires and needs are, you can become the Queen of Cups, a more complete, emotionally stable person, a mothering type of figure that can not only nurture yourself now and take care of your child, but you can nurture others and show them how to take care of their child by going through this whole process. And I don't think that this is something that's, I know it's not something that's going to just happen overnight. This is going to be a process that's going to take some time. But this ancestor is urging you, it's time now to hold the space, to go within, to look at these things. Don't rush through it. Really look at it with curiosity. This is like a new beginning for you, and you will be the person that you want to be, the more loving, supportive, nurturing type of person for yourself and for others around you, for the people who do depend on you. Maybe you have children or, that kind of thing. But let's get some final messages. Final messages for your descendant, for your Cancer descendant, ancestor, or departed loved one. Final messages. What else? What other advice do you have? Whoops, that's too many. Too many flipped over there, so we're going to keep going. All right. We have nurture all you love. Yeah. And see the signs. Okay, yes, this ancestor or departed loved one is sending you signs. Whether you've seen them already or not, look for them now. If you've been wondering if these are signs from a departed loved one, you are correct. They have been, and they are leading you in the direction that you need to go to become more fulfilled, more happy, more satisfied, more content. The nurture all you love goes right along with the Queen of Cups. It's about nurturing not just yourself, which starts there, nurturing your child, nurturing yourself, and loving yourself, but then being able to have that, being so full that you have that to give to others that depend on you, others that you are dependent on for certain things. Learn, don't, if you are in a codependent relationship, learn the things that are more, learn the things that make you codependent. What are the behaviors, or what are the things that you're so afraid of losing, or afraid that you can't do on your own? That kind of thing too. But nurture all that you love and see the signs. Watch for the signs if you haven't seen them yet. If you have, this is confirmation. They are with you. They are around you. They are trying to help you. They love you, and they want the best for you. Okay, Gemini or Cancer. But I think that's all the messages I have for you. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And may the cosmos bless you with love and light. Namaste.